This system will notify you once you begin your broadcast.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Mr. Taylor, Young Engineer today. I hope everyone is having a fabulous Wednesday. Let's get started. If you can hear me, raise your hand. Hello, George. Thanks for typing in. All right, George, Jean-Marc. Hi. Max. Hi, Seth. We got Marissa, Maya, Seth. We got a lot of hands up, a lot of hands. So we got people hearing me. All right. If you can see my screen, raise your hand. All right. Ooh, my hand's going up. We got Seth, Noah, Maya, Marissa, Max, Keller, Jean-Marc, and George. All right. Hope everyone is doing well. Before we get moving, put your hands down. Does anyone have any questions before we start rocking and rolling today? All right. Whoa, we got two questions. All right. Max, go ahead. Max, you're unmuted. Hi, Catherine. Welcome. Max, we're not getting any verbal confirmation from you. You're unmuted, but we're not hearing anything, so you might want to log out and log back in. All right. George, how you doing?
What?
How you doing?
Good.
What's your question, sir?
Well, I was looking on one of the tutorials of where you would drag out the fruit onto the room.
Yes.
And then I played it for a test, and they stuck to the walls, the fruit.
Okay.
Another fruit hit it, and then it would bounce off.
Okay, it would stick, then bounce off?
When I play it, when I press the green arrow, they are bouncing all over the place and then sticking to the wall, and when I click on them, they go off, but the only other time that they would go off is if another fruit hits them.
Okay, probably what we need to do is go in and make changes to either being solid or visible, okay?
Okay.
And well, I'll look into that when we get to that point this evening, because we'll be wrapping up our game tonight, okay? Great job. Thank you, George. Great question. Max. Max still can't hear you. All right, Max. Okay, we can't. Okay. Now, before we get into a presentation, I want to show you a few things I posted in Edmodo. First being, I found a great article about Game Maker and its functionality, and just different overview, and it shows a lot of specs and some things that are really good for it and things that are not good for it. So if you're one of those people who are getting really into Game Maker and possibly wanting to purchase it, or even want to do more on your own, like especially this summer, all right. Great article there. Secondly, another thing I put up there is a link to the Game Maker forum. A lot of people post different information, just like any forums that you're a part of. Great little community there that you could use as a resource. And a lot of people post games and other things, kind of like when you did Scratch, how it had its own forum. Game Maker has its own as well. Okay. Okay, Catherine. The last thing I wanted to show, I'm not sure if you guys looked at what Catherine posted with the Berry College Bluebird cam, but really cool stuff. It's live, and sometimes you can right now there's no birds there, but it updates, and so it's something you might want to check out. It's one of those things you can open up on your computer and just leave there, and we'll see the birds come and go. They had a great one that Mr. Dubik showed. He posted about the eagles, and so really good stuff. And they're actually pretty cool to watch at night because you can see like the birds sleeping and on different Berry College camps. They're a great institution for that. Okay. Catherine types in the Mon leaves really quick. So, yeah, check it out. Thanks. Shout out to Catherine for showing us that. But I just wanted to point that out to everyone that it's pretty cool. It's not something you sit there and you stare at because you'll probably get bored because it is a live feed. But it's something that scientists and engineers like yourself, it's something cool, and you just maybe open up in the back of your desktop and just kind of like, oh, saw something new. Let me check it out. All right. So let's move on. All right. Any questions about Edmodo? All right. Make sure you're checking that frequently. Okay. Now, last announcement, and we're going to get moving. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are in Charlotte, you have a lab tomorrow night. We'll be doing working with the cyber cockroaches, and we're going to finish doing some rocketry stuff and a few industrial engineering things. All right, and that's what our lab will be about tomorrow night, okay? Because I know our rocket launcher broke, so we'll have that working so we can fire off those paper rockets. So if you have your paper rocket and you took it home, please have it with you. Yes, George.
I have like one of those stomp rocket launchers, and I used my paper rocket on that.
How'd it work?
And I was outside, and it landed in a fistbowl, and I took it out, and I don't really know where it is, but I left it out to dry.
Okay.
And
Well,
also, my big foam rocket broke.
The foam rocket broke. That one's pretty easy to fix. You just need to get zip ties and a large rubber band, and you can fix it. Okay?
Yeah, it's just when I pulled it back to launch it at the lab, the like string and rubber band just broke, and it just went.
Yeah, I pulled back someone's for them in our Charlotte lab, and it broke, and my thumb turned bright red. So it was fun times. But what I can do for you guys is look up some of the online instructions for those, and I'll post them in on Edmodo, so you can go in, look at them, and make adjustments to yours. Does that sound good, George?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good. It's just.
Okay. Thank you.
Still.
All right. All right. Okay, let me pull up the presentation. What I would like you to do right now is go ahead, open up Game Maker, and present your item. Maya, I'm not ignoring you. I saw your post. What I would do is try to look around. One of the things with Game Maker that they don't post as much in the actual PDF is that you need to save pretty frequently. You can try to find that, or you can do one or two things. Try to actually, I'm going to call on you, Maya, while everyone's opening up. Maya, you're unmuted. Maya? Okay, Maya, I'm not hearing you. All right. All right, Max, welcome back. Now, Maya, one or two things. You can try to remake the game if you don't want to look for it, but I would try to look for it. Um, if you're on a PC, try to go through like your files and go in that way and look if you know how to do that, or just keep trying to open it and search and try to see the root where you found it. If you're, and you can kind of do the same thing on a Mac as well, and just try to find the file. If not, I would just try to start over. Okay, we're coming to the end here. We should have all of our bombs. Now, the one thing I'll look into this, I might have made a mistake, which is very feasible. One thing it might be wrong, I might have made the wall should be visible or solid. I might have made a mistake there. So what I'll do is we'll look into that. If I made the mistake, I'll pull up the PDF and I'll try to double check. Because with what George was saying, it was sticking. That also could be a fact. There's like a bounce in the wrong location as well. So we'll go through and we'll try to check some things. Now, we have all of our apples. We made them collide with things. And as I said, we'll double check. And if other people are having the same issue, it might be possible that it should be on solid instead of visible or something on that lines. Might possibly be the issue, which I take full responsibility for that. I'll have to change that. Another option could be is just we might have a jump or bounce in the wrong location. We'll see when we get there. Okay. Now, we went through, added our jump to random in the jump section under mouse movements. We also created a score for 50. We've created a room, and it should be 32 by 32 on the X and Y axes. We also learned how to drag and click that with the shift and click, or on a Mac, use the command button and click. Remember, you do the corners last. Please save often, ladies and gentlemen. Name everything. Then we put some background, unless you're on a Mac, because it's the Mac does not play nice, the version of this. And we loaded that in. Then we added sounds. And remember, you add it to the sound folder, and then you load it onto whatever area by using the one of the tabs and using the speaker logo. All right, and then we added background music in a very similar fashion, and then we did loop the background music. The reason we looped the background music was that we want that to be constantly playing and making that necessary to help us move forward. Yes, Catherine. Catherine, you're unmuted. I can hear you typing.
Oh, okay. Sorry, didn't realize.
No problem.
So I was just testing it out, and none of my fruit appeared. Do you?
Because we haven't made them appear yet.
Okay.
That's what we're doing tonight.
All right.
We
I just
made
want to
the
make sure
fruit.
there's nothing.
We made the fruit. We placed the fruit. We haven't put. I mean, we made the fruit. We coated the fruit. We have not put it in the game yet. That's the reason you have not seen it. Okay. We'll be doing that a little bit later. Okay. Thank you, Catherine.
Okay, thanks.
All right. And George has a question. Yes, George. Go ahead.
I figured out what the problem was with the walls of why my fruit was sticking to it.
Why?
Well, on my wall object.
You didn't have the bounce, or you had it on?
No. On my wall object, I had it just as visible, but it should be visible and solid.
Okay.
And now my fruit just bounced off of it.
Okay, so what did I have?
Before it was kind of easy because there was just fruit stuck on the wall. And I was just clicking on all that as the fruit bounced around.
So it needs to be visible and solid?
Yes.
All right. I will put that on here for right now.
It's for the wall object.
Okay. And that is here.
And all my other fruit are visible and solid as well.
Okay.
All my fruit.
All right. And if anyone else is having problems when we test it, we'll know that is something I will have to change, and I made a mistake on that. Okay. Thank you. I apologize.
I just figured it out right after I had tested it. I just tried adding onto the wall of making it solid as well as visible, and then it just bounced around as normal.
Okay. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I appreciate the help. And then we got to the point where we saved. We made our background a wall. The little question mark at the ball was our music in there. And then we made a banana object. All right. And then from there, we followed some steps and made this work correctly. And then we added our bounce object. And as we move forward, we added our sound and coins, and then we duplicated the banana. We added our strawberry and cherry. And now we're at the bomb. Okay. Now, I know some of you, make sure you add the sound. If you're on a Mac, you'll need to download a sound. If you don't want to do it, skip it. And then you're going to create a new bomb object using the blue ball, name it bomb, click the add event tab, and add a create, drag, and drop a jump to random action. Okay. So if you can see here, you're going to have a create. And then we're going to, after you do that, and raise your hand if this is where we left off last class. Okay, good. So we had this, and then, so we have this, and the next thing, what you'll need to do is click on Add Event, choose the mouse, and select the left button. You're going to add the actions of play sound. Now, if you don't want to play a sound because you don't have it, and then you will choose sleep for 100 milliseconds, show high score, and a restart game using the right column. All right, reset game or restart game. Basically, what the restart game will do is make the game restart if you click on one of these bombs. So go ahead and do this. Once you are done, type in done, completed, awesome. Okay. Yes, Sean Mark.
Okay, so I'm using a newer version of Game Maker,
Yes.
and it does not have the sleep or high score. They took those out.
Okay.
So can I just skip those?
Yeah, you can skip those. Basically, what's key is the restart. And basically what the high score is, the reason, if you can look for something that is compatible, what it does on the high score, Jean-Marc, is it just shows you your score.
Yeah, so I can just make it show you.
Yeah, go ahead and do that, Jean-Marc. You're fine, okay?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Marissa, go ahead.
Am I unmuted?
No.
Haha.
You had to think about that for a minute, didn't you?
It's like, why would you be able to say no? Okay. Anyway, so it's under the bomb, right?
Yes, this is all under the bomb.
So click the mouse, select left button.
Yeah. Choose the mouse. Like kind of like this. Let me look and show you my next slide. You see that? How I have all this under the left button for mouse control?
Yeah. So
Okay.
so play some.
All right. I'll just you good to go now?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. And remember, you can always test it, or not test it, but just double check when we go over it. Okay. Thank you. All right, Catherine. You can always duplicate your apple and remake your fruit. All right. Duplicate your banana and just make changes to your fruit and cherry. Okay. I mean your cherry and strawberry, just like we did last class. All right, George. How can I help you?
Well, I was just going to say, with my fruit collection, I have typed in the code for the bombs except without the play, sound, and sleep.
Yeah.
And then um, before I had put all the fruit in the room, so then it would be in there.
Yeah.
And now I placed the bombs in, and right now all the fruit is bouncing around my screen. There are 3 bombs on it, and my score is 400.
Oh, okay, good. So everything's working well. Very good.
Yes.
Very good. Thank you. All right. I'm calling Catherine. Go ahead, Catherine.
So I'm working on the bomb right now, and like I said, I kind of lost everything about the bomb. I was able to do the fruit, but so what did we do last
Last
time?
class? Okay, I'll show you. Hold on one second. All right,
I'm sorry.
bomb. You're gonna skip all the sound stuff,
Yeah.
and basically you are here. Create a new object using the blue ball. Name it bomb. Click the add event tab, and add a create. Drag and drop a jump to random. So you'll create it.
Okay, and then jump to random, and then
That the jump to random will be under create and left button, and that's where you need to be to do the next slide. Okay.
all right. Okay,
All right.
thank
Thank
you.
you, Catherine. All right, and Marissa, how can I help you?
Okay, so we all we had to do was do the play sound, the sleep, and the show high score, right?
You got it.
Okay. Well, done completed. Awesome.
Sauce.
And also, is it just a typo on the screen?
Where?
Next, click on Add Event. Choice the mouse.
Yep, typo. Thank you. I will fix that. So now I feel bad. Is that better?
Sure.
Thank you. Appreciate your help. All right. Let me know when you're done. Yo, Blob. Done, complete, awesome is the George and Marissa. Take your time. Don't rush. But just let me know when you're finished. All right. I'm here if you need help. Hey, George, good. Catherine, AK, done. Melissa attacks Grammar Police. No, it's cool. Funny. Done, complete, awesome on John Mark. Noah, done, complete, and awesome. Catherine, we're still doing the bombs. You're good. All right. Yes, Miss. What's your name and nickname? Is it Grammar Police or what was the other nickname you came up with?
Problem maker, and you just called me Melissa.
Oh, sorry, Marissa. I apologize.
Do you know how many call me? Do you know how many people call me Melissa?
No, I don't, because
Very annoying.
hey, I've known you since what, September, and that's the first time. That's pretty good. And I talk to you twice a week. Come on, give me some credit here. One Freudian slip.
Two, if you count choice.
Okay, two.
No.
Tough crowd here. Tough crowd. All right. How can I help you? Or are you just here to be the problem maker?
Haha.
Ah, okay. Max is done. Kevin's
Um.
done.
Anyway. What all I was gonna say was, don't call me Melissa unless you want to be my enemy.
Which type
Like
of enemy?
literally,
Your
I
arch
had one
enemy?
person call me Melissa. And then they did it again and again for annoying me. And now we're not speaking.
Okay.
It's very annoying.
Okay, I understand. Noted. Noted. All right. When's your next lab with Mr. Dubik?
By next Saturday, not this Saturday. Next Saturday.
All right. Is
I know because I'm dreading that day because I have to bring my little sister to lab with me.
okay. Is that your last Saturday?
Yeah.
Okay. That's your last lab.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Cool. Okay.
Will be.
Cool beans, Mr. McGee. All right. Thank you. All right. Okay. I've heard from George. George is done. Jean-Marc, Catherine, Keller, Max, Marissa, Noah, Seth. How we doing? You need more time, Seth? John, how we doing? You need more time? Seth, you have yourself muted, my friend. I called on you, but you gotta unmute yourself. Marissa, it's all good. It's all good. Thank you very much, Seth's mom. I appreciate it. All right. Seth, if you unmute yourself, I can call on you. The mom one's in the nest, Catherine? Oh, there you go. Thank you, Catherine. There we go. Check that out, everybody. How cool is that? Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Thanks for the heads up, Catherine. And then look, like for example, Catherine just had it off in the background, and then boom, notice the bird came back. Check on the eggs. All right. Thank you, Catherine. Great example. All right. John, I'm going to call on you because I want to see if you need any more time. John, you need any more time, sir? John? Okay. Sounds like good times going on there. All right. All right. So we have our bombs made. It seems like everyone. And we added the restart and the show high score. But I know some people don't have a high score. They removed that. Now, you're going to click on the room file, open it, and begin adding your different fruit to the room, as well as the bombs. All right. You can do this by selecting the object you want to add and clicking the squares in the room. Now, you can add as many fruit as you want. You can add as many bombs as you want. This is up to you. Go ahead and do this. Cool beans, cool beans. Noah typed in, there's a great site called Animal Planet Live that will show you live video streams of animals. So thank you, Noah, as well as thank you, Catherine, for supporting it. And Noah, if you send me that link, I'll post that in Edmodo, or why don't you go ahead and put that in Edmodo so people can check that out as well. All right. So thank you, Noah. Appreciate it, sir. We always can learn from each other, which is always great. Noah, Catherine would like to know if they're in zoos or are they in the wild? But go ahead, everyone, and once you have your fruit put in, let me know. They're in the wild, Catherine. Thank you, Noah. Just tell me you're done, all right? Yes, Marissa.
So you add the fruit to the room by how do you do it?
Okay.
I don't get
All right.
I don't get it.
Oh, sorry. Now, what you do is click on the room file. Remember our room file? Room. And we have our different fruit, our objects. So like you would click on the objects tab under your room, and those objects, you would just click on one and then click in a square, and it'll put it there.
Okay.
Okay? And then you can put as many. Now, remember how you made your fruit be worth different points?
Yeah.
So you can take that into consideration. You can put your bombs, and everything moves at different speeds and whatnot. Okay?
Yeah, cool.
All right. All right. Thank you. Catherine, go ahead.
So should we distribute bombs as well?
Yeah, distribute the bombs as well.
Okay.
Bombs away. Here. All right. Thank you, Catherine. And George, go ahead.
I have been able to find some music that we already have on our Mac.
Awesome. Share away.
My sister plays the violin, and we have Violin Book 3 tracks, and I chose one of the tracks from it.
Good.
And I would like to know if you could on Edmodo post the
Slides?
yes, so then I can go to that how to put on the music.
You got it, buddy. I'll have it up there as soon as class is done. I'll have the whole PowerPoint up there. Okay?
Okay.
You're welcome. Thank you for your help. That's a great suggestion. Good job. Really good job. Remember, once you're done, let me know you're done. Jean-Marc is done. Jean-Marc, I'm going to call on you. Jean-Marc, how'd it work? You try it out?
I haven't yet. I'm actually trying to run it on my iPad because I got a I bought the add-on that lets you run it on iOS. So I'm just trying to set that up.
Okay, all right. Well, let me know. Because one thing I'm curious if I made the mistake of not having you guys click on visible and solid for your.
Oh yeah, I tried it out. I tried it out a couple days ago when I put in a couple fruits and it worked fine.
Oh, so the fruit being on visible worked?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
If the fruit wasn't on visible, it wouldn't show up.
Okay, so I'm good. My brain isn't messed up. I mean, my brain probably is messed up, but okay. Well, thank you very much, Sean. All right, let me know how that iPad works. Catherine, go ahead.
My fruit aren't there.
Did you put them in?
What'd you say?
Did you, bless you? Maybe was that a sneeze?
No, I just said, what'd you say?
Oh, I thought it was like, would you? Did you put the fruit? When you go into your room, you have to change it to the objects tab.
It is in the objects tab.
Okay. Under room, right?
Yeah.
And your fruit's not there.
Yeah, and my fruit are solid.
All right, put them on visible.
Okay.
All right.
Both visible and solid?
Try that out for right now, okay?
Alright. I'll try.
All right, let me know.
And the mommy bird just left.
Ah, mommy bird, always leaving the nest. She'll be back. She'll be back.
Yeah.
Yeah, watch it at night, like on the Eagle cam. I watch
Yeah.
the birds at night, and like the mother, like
It's all,
hovers over the nest, like over the young,
yeah.
and like the father's not too far away either,
Yeah.
and they just like kind of sleep with their head
Yeah.
kind of tilted aside, just waiting for like owls and stuff.
Yeah, did you watch when they chased away the other eagle that intruded?
No, how was that?
Well, I watched the YouTube video on that. That was pretty interesting. They were all like screeching and everything. Well, you couldn't hear it, but you could see them calling.
Cool, very cool. Well, thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Marissa, go ahead.
So when I click on my game, you're gonna hear the music because I'm about to run it. But it says error. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
It said like error.
Okay.
I'd have to click on it to be able to read it.
Okay. What's the error message say?
I don't know. I'd have to click on it. You're gonna hear the music again.
Oh, super.
Alright, so it said like error in action number 2, something for Apple object or something.
Okay, so what we're going to go in is check our Apple object. And what I want you to do, Marissa, is go on to Edmodo and open up the PDF so you can have it right next to you and you can look and double check all the steps on the Apple. So you have it right in front of you. Does that make sense?
Ooh, hang on. I think I know what's wrong. Remember mine won't like save the collision?
Yeah, that's right.
I didn't go in and do that again, so let me do that.
Okay. All right, I'm going to call on Jean-Marc and I'm going to put hands down and then just put your hand up when you're ready. Okay? Thanks, Marissa. Yes, Jean-Marc, go ahead.
It works. It's running on my iPad.
Awesome.
Cool.
Oh, that's sweet. Are you using it with your finger to like collect everything?
Yeah. Yeah, it works. Yeah.
And your bombs are staying in place, right?
Wait, what do you mean?
Are they moving? The bomb's moving.
No, not really.
Okay, now, you know what you could do to make it even harder or more challenging? Like how we made the fruit move? Make the bombs
move?
Make the bombs move.
Okay, I'll try that.
All right. But everything else we did worked on yours, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's working fine.
Okay, awesome, and double awesome sauce. Okay, thank you. And let's call on Catherine.
So I made sure that my wall was solid.
Your wall.
And
Okay.
all my fruit and yeah, they drift off and fly away.
What do you mean they fly away?
Well, they just go past the walls and disappear.
Oh.
It's mysterious.
All right, what I need you to do is go in and check. Like I told Marissa, go into Edmodo, open up the PDF, and double check on everything you have to do with the wall. Okay.
All right.
All right.
Oh, well.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's something not clicked with the wall. It's probably a real easy fix. All right.
All right. So where is the second one?
Okay.
Which one is?
Oh, it's in Edmodo. It literally says PDF tutorial, Catherine, on how to use that. Okay.
Where is it? Because is it the newer ones or is it the older?
No, this is from last week. So scroll down a little bit.
Oh, okay.
And it says PDF. It's a link.
Okay.
You'll find it. I trust you 100%. You use Edmodo more than anybody. Okay. You can do this. You are the Edmodo queen.
Okay, but I still can't find it.
If I find it for you, you owe me something ridiculous.
Nothing.
You owe like you have to.
Nothing.
Yeah. You gotta show the bird. You have to go to the nest and make your own bird camera. That's what you have to
No,
do.
I don't.
Oh.
Well, is it before my Pleo, the pink and blue Pleo one? Because I can't find it.
All right, look.
Or is it after my... Because is it...
All right.
Or is it after my blue? Is it after Madden and Crosby? I mean, before?
It is right here. It's right before Mac Troubles on April 14th.
Wait. Okay.
See, look, if
That's
you look at my
weird.
screen, it's helpful PDF for creating the fruit collision game on GameMaker.
Okay. I'll
Got
go
it?
check.
Okay.
I haven't got it, but I'll go look.
Yep. It's April 14th.
So it's before Madden and Crosby.
It's after Madden and Crosby.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well. So you mean after as below?
Yes, as in below.
Okay.
Thank you, Maya, for your help. Okay. There we go. All right. Let me know when you guys have this ready to go, because once you're done, I'm going to come back to the slide. Check for issues, play it, see how it works, and it will end up running something like this. Okay. All right. And once we're done with that, we'll review a little bit, and we'll rock and roll. Let me know if you are done completed. Awesome. Marissa, how's it going?
Okay, so I can't find the problem. I think what it might be is it can't collide with the wall because I might have made a mistake when we did like 4 webinars ago or something.
Okay.
When we clicked the wall like the people on the PC like right clicked it or left clicked it or something, and at the same time pressed shift.
Yeah.
On each of the wall objects in the room.
Yeah. So why don't we try that then? We'll just keep brainstorming. Go back and try doing that and see if that's the issue.
And also, I went and hang on. I went to each of my objects that had to do the collision thing.
Yes.
With the wall. And I added it, and then I tried to run it. I saved it, and then I run it, or run it.
Yeah. Come on, grammar, please.
Run is not run is not a word. I ran it.
Okay.
And it still said that error thing.
Okay. Well, the one thing is, did you make sure that all your fruit can collide?
With the wall object?
Yes.
How would I make sure of that? Cause
You'll go into each fruit under objects and check that they can collide.
do they have to be visible or solid?
They will be check visible and solid. Okay. Go back and do that. All right. And as I said, maybe what you can do is take like 10 minutes, open that PDF and just double check everything on there. Okay.
I did that.
Okay. And everything's looking fine thus far?
Yeah,
Well, the thing is, what I know you need to do is double check that you have that all your fruit are able to bounce off the wall.
So how would I how do I on the PC, how do I click?
Oh, you hit shift, hold shift down and click to put all your squares in.
Right click or left click?
Let me go back and look. It's one of those things, I can do it if I have a mouse in front of me, but I have a mouse, what is it called? one of those big mouse pads, like squares.
Are you on like a laptop or something?
I'm on a Mac with 2 monitors right now.
Oh, I don't use Macs.
I'm learning. I got a Mac this year for the first time. So there you go. Hold the shift key and I think it's right click. It'll either be right click or left click, Marissa. So
Well, I kind of need to know.
it'll either be one or the other. The thing is, if one will work and the other won't. So that's how it's a 50-50 chance.
Um, so what happens if I left click and wait. What tab does it need to be under? Like object, settings, or background?
You're going to be doing this. You need to be left click on the tab, and you are going to be under objects within the room.
This is confusing.
And
Like I'm clicking on just random squares within my room, and a blue circle with a question mark in it is coming up, and I don't know.
You shouldn't be getting that. I'm not 100% sure what you're doing. You need to be basically you're going to have a x of 32 and a y of 32, and you're going to create this square by shifting and holding the shift key, but you have to make sure you select the object. Like you select that object, hold down your shift key, and click to make your squarish rectangle.
So it's confusing.
Yeah, Marissa. Honestly, I would because we're having a communicational issue, which is fine. I open a PDF and it'll tell you exactly what to do in there. Maybe you can read it, and that'll be easier for you.
I read almost all of the thing that had to do with the apple.
Okay, well you're not on the Apple. I need you to read about the wall. Okay.
Okay.
Because that's what you're working on. You're not reading on the Apple. So you're trying to fix this wall. So let's read about the wall. Okay.
Okay.
All right, and then let me know, and I'll keep working with you. But also, Marissa, I got a bunch of people. I just want to help out first and see if they have a simpler question. Yes.
I still can't find that PDF. I don't know if I'm blind about PDFs or something, but I seriously can't.
It is right above Mr. Dubik's postings.
Okay, so let me watch. Where are you going?
It's right above Mac troubleshooting.
Okay. So,
Right.
All right, finally I found it.
Yep. Okay.
Thank you anyway.
All right. Well, I sent it out to everyone. Either or. Okay. You're welcome. Yes, George.
I got the background music to work. Want to hear it?
Yeah, do it. Let's do it. That sounds awesome.
It is right now loading. It's humorous.
Ooh, I like it. I like it. Very nice. Good job, George. Very clever. Great.
And I just found it on the computer and uploaded it.
Now, what you need to do is look at what file that is, like what it is it an MP3 or a WAV, and what you can do is.
Well, let's see. It is the 3-line 04 humoresque.m4a.
M4A. So you know that on your computer, M4A files work So what you could do is search other N4A files, download those, and use those.
Okay,
All
but
right.
right now the Suzuki one's fine.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you, George. Thank you, Noah, for putting the link on Edmodo. All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be wrapping up Game Maker soon. We'll finish on Monday, just double checking to make sure everything's good to go. Does anyone have any questions? George is done. Great. Or concerns, because we can continue. George made his bombs. Maya, no. Just once again, to those in Charlotte, we have a lab tomorrow. Only thing I would recommend you needing to bring is if you took your paper rocket home, which I think everyone did. If you can just bring that back, and we can launch them off, because we have the pneumatic rocket launcher up and working now. Okay, so just go ahead and bring that. All right. Yes, Jean-Marc.
Wait, so we're doing the cyber cockroaches tomorrow?
We're gonna do cyber
Where
cockroaches
did they get the
tomorrow.
cockroach?
Originally,
Did they just find the cockroach in the
no. They bred. Mr. Dubik bought these cockroaches originally from a gentleman who breeds scientific cockroaches. For lack of better wording, a cockroach farmer.
Oh.
And from there, they're breeding them at a school and using them. But the thing is, it doesn't hurt the cockroaches.
Yeah.
But what it ends up doing, the cockroaches end up building like an immunity to it, so they can't do it that long.
Yeah.
And,
I read that somewhere.
Yeah, because what happens, they're like, because basically it's overfiring their neurons, what their neurological structure is telling them to do. And what it does, it eventually the cockroach's anatomy overbalances and corrects the signal.
Oh.
Okay.
So, like, how long does it take them to?
I don't know. Mr. Dubik knows way more about the cyber cockroaches. He's actually worked with them. I just know more on what I've read about them.
Oh.
He's worked with them physically. I don't have them at my school, so I haven't done work with that. Like, there's a lot of stuff Mr. Dubik and I work on together, and there's other things that like he's done more with than I've done more with, like Game Maker, for example. I've done a lot of work with Game Maker. Mr. Dubik has done a ton of stuff with the cyber cockroaches and biology stuff. With that, like engineering, biological engineering, I have not. So we use each other as resources, and we build on that, so we can bring you guys a lot of cool things.
Oh, okay.
All right, thanks, Jean-Marc. Catherine, go ahead.
Okay, so I did not find anything on my wall, and whenever I add something on my wall, and I press OK, and then I exit out, and then it's gone.
Are you saving before you're exiting out?
Yeah, I pressed OK.
Interesting. Seems like. All right, what I'm probably going to recommend, you might have a glitch in your system, because isn't this like the third or fourth time this has happened to you?
Okay.
I would recommend either starting over, which I know would be kind of a pain in the neck, but I think you have the hang of it now, that you would probably be able to pick it up really quick.
Okay.
Like, I would maybe just sit down for a half an hour one day, and you'd probably bang this whole thing out.
Okay.
And then try to run it, because there's either a glitch in this file that you created, or there's a glitch in the Mac software that you downloaded. Because does that, I know that's not the best answer, but it's a answer.
Okay, and how many cockroaches does Mr. Dubik have?
I don't know exactly. I'm not a big like the buggers. Little they kind of creep me out a little bit. So
They do?
yeah, a little bit. Not as much as a spiders. Spiders keep them away from me.
That's sad. I held a tarantula once. It was fluffy.
Okay, I'm gonna mute you. I don't need to hear that dirty talk. Okay.
Okay. See you tomorrow.
All right. See you tomorrow, Kat. Have a good night. And Marissa, go ahead.
You say that like it's a bad thing.
Of course it's a bad thing. Yes.
Haha. Anyway,
Okay.
so, okay, two things. Catherine, you seriously held a tarantula? Are you out of your cotton picking mind? Of course she can't hear, or she probably can't hear me, or
Nope.
I am muted her. So
oh, Catherine, did you seriously hold not a cockroach, a tarantula?
Yeah.
Yeesh.
You know
I
what?
couldn't do
It
it.
was
I couldn't do it.
awesome.
I couldn't do it, even if my life depended on me.
They're actually kind of smart. They know if they bite you, you drop them, and then they die. So. Oh well. See ya.
All right. Bye.
I don't like spiders. They creep me out. Anyway. So I was wondering, do you think that maybe next Saturday, well, I know it's a big commitment, but well, oh, two things. I can't or two things. Okay. I'm tongue-tied. I can't communicate with you on Edmodo. It doesn't give me the option of sending you something like it does Mr. Dubik.
Interesting.
It did last semester, but now it won't this semester.
That's interesting.
And also, I was wondering, Mr. Dubik said he'd ask you about it, but like last semester, remember at the very last lab,
Yeah.
remember you came down that time? I know it's a really big commitment, but I was wondering if you could come down like next Saturday.
Okay. I will try to because I enjoyed working with you guys last time. But this is the one thing I'm being very honest. I have no problem coming down, but this is the issue. I don't know if you guys know this about me. I'm a PhD student. I'm working on my doctorate in science education and curriculum and instruction.
Really cool.
Yeah. Yeah. And Keller likes spiders, FYI. But I'm finishing up my semester, and that's my last weekend of my semester, and it all depends on how much work because I have a massive paper I have to turn in I had to interview some professors, and also I have to do a statistical analysis on some cases and break down all the data, stuff that you don't really care about. But depending on how much work I get done this weekend and during the week, I will let you know if I'll be able to do it. I would love to come down and see all of you because I had a great time meeting you and interacting with you, especially with how much we talk with each other during the week. But I will get back to you on that.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, everyone. It's 7 after, and unless anyone has anything else they need to say, ask, etc., bring up. Have a wonderful night. Oh, Jean-Marc. Go ahead, Jean-Marc.
Okay, I just found one problem with the game.
Yes.
In the banana, if you duplicated all the objects, you forgot to tell us to put relative in the banana score.
Oh.
So it sets the score to 100 every time you click
Oh,
on
okay.
banana
Thank you.
or strawberry. So just if you have to change the score to relative.
Let me get to the banana score. All right, I did the. And is that it? Anything else?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, thank you very much, and I will post this into Edmodo. Thanks a lot, Jean-Marc.
Welcome.
All right, everyone. Appreciate your help. I love teaching you guys. It's a blast. Have a great night, everybody. And I'll see those in Charlotte tomorrow. Bye-bye, everybody. Thank you, as always, for being part of Young Engineers today.